Wait, I was muted. Let's try again. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? I'm Deadman Apollo, the world's most radiant skeleton. Listen, folks, the only time I get a break from this sweltering heat is during night, because it actually becomes manageable. Pretty cool outside at the moment. Yeah, I was muted there for 1 second. Happy 4 a.m. Yo, Yola, Cyber. 4 a.m. stream. Let's go. Listen, it's the only way I get to escape from the heat. It's the only way. Well, and you know, it's also a result of having summer vacation for the first time in a million years, just as a consequence of going to university. But yeah, I'm just sleeping whenever these days, and nighttime is the only way I get to escape. Let's just talk about the heat right away, folks. Listen. I live in the subarctic. I am right next to the Arctic Circle. It is not supposed to get this goddamn hot. What is happening? Why is it 32 degrees Celsius? This is about 90 degrees Fahrenheit for those who can't into Celsius. And this wasn't even the peak of the heat yesterday. It became 34! It was up to 34 degrees. This is the weather forecast of this week. You know, on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday we get a little bit of a break. You know, 24 degrees Celsius. 24, very nice. Actually, for me, over 20 is a bit too much. But, you know, 24, it's fine. It's okay. You can live with it. But then 29, and then 30, and then 29, and then 28. So it's a week of hell. And I live in the Arctic Circle, so what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Meanwhile, down south where my parents live, my old hometown, it's 20 degrees Celsius. It's overcast and it's raining. The entire forecast there for the week, it's pretty cold. 18 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius. At the hottest, about 22. And then you go up north where it's supposed to be frigid. And suddenly it's super duper hot. What is happening? And you know, people over here, we don't have AC because our summers are so short. Instead, our buildings are built for the heat, for retaining heat due to the brutal winters that we have, especially up here, up north, where it was minus 25 degrees Celsius several days in a row. These houses, these apartments are really good at retaining that heat. But come summer, they're in this 1 or 2 month of intense heat and it's hell. It's 15 right now over here. It's gonna get down to 2 at night. Oh yeah, right, Cyber, because you're Aussie. It's it's winter where you live. Right. You know, that always messes with me a little bit because in my brain, June, July, and August, they're associated with summer and heat. But then down there, it's the opposite. You guys don't even get White Christmas because it's summer where you are. Let me actually swap to human. I want to be human for a little bit because I'm positively dashing and handsome. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a potato update. It's been a while since we've talked about the potato, but when I returned from my hometown after visiting them for about two and a half weeks, well, let's just say the potato was not looking very hot. The potato was not looking very hot. I mean, this is pretty bad. Yeah, we have a bad potato update. Well, good potato update actually. But this was what? Let me see the date. That was on June 20th. It is July 16th here right now. July 15th, depending on where you live. No, she was dehydrated because I spent too long at my hometown. I had to extend my trip. So the auto irrigation that I had prepared was not enough. Yo, Chi, how you doing? What you missed was basically, just a quick recap. It's overly hot where I live. And look at the weather forecast. It was 34 degrees yesterday. And it's been hellish. And right now we're talking about the potato. But I am happy to announce that the plant made an incredible recovery. This is the plant right now. This is right outside. There's a side entrance. This is a fire exit actually to my apartment complex. since it's so sunny all the time and I don't have my own balcony or anything, I figured I'll just put it there. I'll let it do its thing there. It's honestly getting too big for me to control or take care of it. But there it is. I'm just letting it bathe in the sun from day to night. Considering we get like 18 hours of sunlight every day now. And it's sweltering hot. Perfect for a sweet potato. Because it emulates the climate these things grow up in. Yo, Billy Boozler. Look at it. Look at the potato. You can see these vines. Let me bring out my thing here. You can see these vines here. They're really growing out of control. I don't know what to do with it. Chi the other day suggested this this thing. It was like a net thing you could put behind it, and the vines would just connect to that, and it would it's pretty good. It's pretty good, I think. But I don't have that. I need to go look for it. In fact, I may as well do that today. I'm gonna go on a grocery run later on in 4 hours, 8 a.m. when all the grocery stores open. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look, see what they got, what I can do with this. But I need help. I need help. This thing is going out of control, folks. It is going out of control. I don't know what to do with it anymore. My place is too small for such a big thing. I was hoping it would have flowered by now. Maybe thanks to this heat, it'll flower. Maybe it'll flower up, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Apparently, it's hard to make them flower and whatever. All that from one potato. Yeah, attached to house, make potato house. I would. If I had a little platform, outside my window where I could just put it, I would put it there. What about animals like raccoons? We don't have raccoons here. The worst we deal with that eat people's plants and stuff are deer. But deer don't appear in my neighborhood because we're so far away from the forest. And I think, actually, the biggest threat to this right now is a tree full of moths right next to it. You can mail you one. You can mail you one raccoon. I think you can keep your raccoons. Those are rascals. I do think they're very cute, Yola. They're very cute, but I don't think I want one. Let one of them roam around in my apartment for 30 minutes, and I think my room would be ravaged. Set Emochan free. I honestly would just plant it in the soil here, but once summer ends, you know, that thing's gonna die. It's gonna get too cold. Attached to house. Oh, I already read that. Let me see. I think we might have badgers here though. Not badgers. What do you call them? They look like badger. Do we have badgers in Sweden? Let me look. Okay, yeah, we do have badgers. Never mind. I've seen a badger around. I thought they were called something else. I was just getting the Swedish and English words mixed up. The Swedish word for badger is grävling, by the way. And I was thinking of another animal while trying to find the goddamn Swedish or English translation of that. But yeah, I have more things to talk about though. As you guys may remember from just comments here and there on my other streams and on Twitter too, I am gonna. I'm planning on building a new computer. All the parts have arrived. Everything has arrived, but there are a couple of snags along the way. A couple of annoying snags. Annoying, but not quite devastating, because I ordered nearly everything from Amazon, and if anything happens to your package and you order it from Amazon, they're gonna send you a replacement right away. But I want to talk about one of my most expensive orders. I ordered everything directly together with each other. So it was a pretty expensive order. I bought a new CPU, new motherboard, new RAM sticks because I want 64 gigs of RAM. I also had to upgrade the RAM anyway because DDR5 and my current system is DDR4. Along with thermal paste, my computer case, the Fractal North XL, and then what else? A pack of creatine because I'm gonna work out. You planted sweet potato before. Every time you thought you harvested it, it all kept coming back. Holy moly. You live in an environment where it's perfect for sweet potatoes to grow too. But yeah, they're very resilient. Super resilient. I wonder if they grow from... I wonder if you just cut a leaf off and plant that. Would it grow into a new one? But either way, let's go back to the pictures because I gotta show you pictures. So, let me see. I need to just remember everything straight. So, usually, when it comes to home deliveries, because I live in an apartment and the front gate is locked, the delivery person is not able to go in. The only postal service that could go in that has the key is the official government-run one. But I don't trust those either. There is only one company I trust to deliver stuff to my door, and that's because you can see in the app where the package is in real time and when it's right about to arrive to your place. Sometimes, I don't know why this is, they don't call you, but this company does. Always. They always call you when they deliver your stuff. So for that, I figured, okay, I'll let them deliver at least the computer case because it's huge. And it would be a huge pain in the ass to go to the post office to go pick that up. So I was like, okay, I'll have them deliver that to my house and my apartment. And that did it. They called me up. I went to pick it up. And of course, it was very huge and heavy. It's still in the box right behind me over there. But for the other stuff, I figured, okay, I'll just let them deliver those to the post office and I'll go pick them up whenever. Because they're not the biggest packages ever. And I honestly prefer that for smaller stuff like that. Otherwise, it's just gonna be annoying trouble, and whatever. Because for some reason, Amazon sent, well, they consolidated some of them. And for example, the motherboard, RAM, thermal paste, and creatine, they consolidated that into its own package, and then shipped the CPU separately along, and the case as well separately. So it was 3 deliveries, and all 3 of them were sent by different shipping companies. The one containing my motherboard and RAM, 2 of the most expensive components, were sent by PostNord, which is the government-run shipping agency here. Think, USPS, but Swedish. And they are notorious for being utterly awful. I have had such bad experiences with them. They are super unreliable. And I figured, but if they deliver it to a pickup location, I can just go pick it up. It should be okay, right? It should be fine. It should be a-okay. So I go to the place. Yo, Robot Hips, how you doing? Must be nice. It's a 50-50 whether your package is okay or it looks like Tiger chewed on it. We're getting to that, Robot Hips. Actually, let me tell this story as a skeleton because I may as well be dead after seeing what happened to my package. Actually, I want to make myself a little bit bigger. There we go. So, folks, check this out. I go to the post office, or technically not the post office, because you can ask them to deliver it to multiple locations. And this one in particular is a gas station close to me that also accepts packages as a pickup location. And I told them, okay, just deliver it there and I'll go pick it up. And there I go. And the thing is, in not the best shape. I would say not the best shape. It's kind of crushed. The guy over there on the left, he told me, yo, your package looks like they played soccer with it. Are you just gonna, do you still want to accept the package? And I'm like, oh boy. Let me show you some more pictures. Yeah, it's a mess. And consider that there's, I can disclose how much it costs. The motherboard is 350 bucks, 350 euros. The RAM was 200 euros. So about, oh, my brain. Plus the other things, let's say about $600 worth of stuff in this box. Euros. And it's treated this way. It's all crushed. And look, there's this gigantic hole right here, you could see what was inside the package. Everything. You could see everything. That hole would open up really wide. It was awful. But the worst thing is, look at this. Over here, you can clearly tell. You can clearly tell that the package has been tampered with. Because the thing with Amazon tape is, right, it's reinforced with fiber. So it is impossible to rip. And this is a clean cut with a razor. Obviously a clean cut with a razor. And not only that, the goddamn thing is completely crushed. Let me just... Yeah, so obviously during shipping, the package did break and get crushed. But then some chucklefuck saw what was inside, saw the expensive components, opened the thing, and then took them out. Legitimately took them out. And then hastily retaped them. So I was like, okay, hold on. Before I accept the package, I'm still gonna accept the package because this is Amazon, and I'll know that if there's anything wrong with this, they'll reimburse me or whatever. So I took a couple of pictures of it in the pickup location because I knew that this would be the best proof that something is wrong with the package. And yeah, he said, yeah, do that. It's smart of you to take pictures. Because he said that he's a gas station employee, so there's nothing he can do. But he said that if I take pictures, I may be able to get something sorted out. And lo and behold, I go home, open the package. The motherboard is missing. The RAM is missing. There's a goddamn pack of creatine here for when I work out, and some thermal paste. What, $30? 30 euros worth of stuff? yeah, you know, just the other $350 350 euro damn motherboard is missing. The 200 euros worth of RAM is missing. And I'm like, okay, well, that is yep. And I think this is the first time the post office has actually stolen from me. So that sucked. But I was in a positive mindset. I was thinking, okay, you know, I bought this from Amazon. They always have my back if something is wrong with my packages. I'm just gonna go ahead and contact them right away. And I contacted the support chat. I did the chat thing. I didn't call them or anything. I was like, yo, my stuff, it's like this and that. I took pictures at the post office. These two things are missing. Yo, Shio azarashi! 来てくれてありがとう! なんか今、英語で喋る。You were pretty bummed about having your MOBO and RAM stolen, but he's referencing this. Oh, we gotta talk about that too. We gotta talk about Karen Mine, Supervisor Callow. There was this insane comic going around about this person whose bike getting stolen. Yeah, his bike got stolen, and he made this comic about how he was pretty bummed out about his bike being stolen. But then he thought, oh, but the guy who stole it is probably very happy that he has a new bike. So the overall happiness in the world went up. And then he said, well, whatever then. He wasn't too bummed out about it. But it's like, what kind of mentality is that? Do you think theft is acceptable? Yeah, I would love to play games with you too again, Shio-chan. またゲームやろう。なんか、Repo やろう。Repo 知ってる？ Repo マジで楽しいね。But yeah, it was one of the most insane comics ever. The fact that he justified the thief stealing something from him just because he got more happy in the long run is, honestly, that is cuck behavior. That is cuck mentality. Would he be happy if someone stole his wife from him? He'd be like, oh, but this guy is happier as a result, so whatever. Jesus Christ. You shouldn't be happy that someone steals from you. Repo やろうぜ Repo やろうぜなんか今の話ね、しおちゃん。俺めっちゃ高い、パソコンのパーツを買ったんだけど、なんか、郵便局、その 高いアイテムを盗んだ。The bike cuck. Yeah, they never lived that comic down. Anyway, we got distracted for a second. I did contact Amazon. I showed them the pictures and everything, and they'll be like, listen, bro, we got you. Without any question, they sent me a replacement right away. They told me, listen, we're just gonna send you a replacement. We're gonna send in a we're gonna solve this thing ourselves with the post office. But you, for now, here you go. Replacement parts. And 2 days later, they arrive. Here's a picture. And this time, they actually packaged it in a huge box. A gigantic box. 3 times bigger, as it should have been from the beginning. So, yeah, these arrived. The story, happy ending in the end. But the only reason I felt comfortable that I wasn't too worried was because I bought this shit from Amazon. I know that a lot of other Swedish retailers, they will fight you on this. They will fight you so that they don't have to send you replacements, or they just make it really annoying. And that's why, Amazon is so goddamn successful. Yeah, 大丈夫。Amazon はめっちゃいいから、新しいマザーボードと、ラム、俺に送った。Amazon はいいだから。ありがとう、Amazon. Thank you so much, Amazon. And that's why I keep buying stuff from Amazon. 大丈夫だった。見て。あるよ。And excuse the room for being a bit messy. I was cleaning on that day, and I figured, well, I may as well just take these pictures because I'm going to throw the boxes away. Yeah, me too, Cyber. Jeff Bezos might be a demon, but god damn it, his company cares about its customers. That's one thing. Yeah, right? Right, Draconic? How you doing, by the way? But the Amazon stories does not end here because they're not perfect. Amazon is not perfect. いや、よかったね。めっちゃ高かった、それ。これ、なんか、その二つのやつね。ラムスティックとマザーボードは、なんか、7万円ぐらいかな。そう、7万円ぐらい。I love Amazon. But this isn't it. So at this point, my motherboard and stuff has arrived. My damn case has arrived, and my case is in good shape. Nothing broken about that. It's in perfect shape. But then we get to the CPU. Listen, I bought the 9950X3D. なんか俺、9950X3D を買った。その CPU はめっちゃ高い。It's an extremely expensive CPU. お、パンチかわいい。よく気づいたね。アザラシい。ちょっと、you guys want to see my おパンチウサギ collection? 見て。めっちゃ大好きおパンチウサギ。I love おパンチウサギ. That's why I have so many damn おパンチウサギplushies. I just go to the crane games whenever I'm in Japan and win them. なんかいつも日本にいるときになんかクレーンゲームでおパンチウサギをゲットする。Well, let's go back to human form. とりあえず人間に戻ろう。Anyway, so it's an $800 CPU. $800 CPU. これはめっちゃ高い。超高い。この CPU. $800. Actually, 800 euros, not $800. I think in America it costs $700. But 800 euros. And you don't ship that in fucking paper. It's an $800 CPU. Sensitive ass CPU. And it was shipped in paper, not even reinforced packaging. So I was very, I was like, what is this? This is a very expensive thing. Is this thing gonna be okay? これ大丈夫かな？なんかこの高いものを紙で送る？ Oh boy. And of course, you look at the back side of it and it's dented. So I'm getting really worried. I'm like, oh my god, is my CPU okay? Is my CPU okay? But I mean, the front side seemed fine. Here it is. And I'm thinking, realistically, it's probably okay. I haven't tried it out yet because I haven't built the PC. But if it's broken, then I know why. It comes in a box. What happened to the box? Right? Fucking ship it in paper. And look, it's all dented. But I'm gonna build it probably during the weekend. I love Opanchu. Mponcham. Nipocham. Not. Oh yeah, that's Opanchu's friend, right? そいつも可愛いね。なんかちょっとだけ太いのやつね。But yeah, I'm gonna build this computer. パンチャム。そう。なんか白い色のやつ。そいつ超可愛い。いや、俺、オパンチュウサギ大好き。I love Opanchu Usagi a little bit too much. But yeah, I hope it's okay. You should not ship a CPU in paper. Meanwhile, from a different website, I order a Philips Hue dimmer switch because I don't have a switch for my Philips Hue lights that I bought back in my hometown. And this thing, I'm telling you, it's a $15 product, at least from where I bought it. It was shipped in the most secure packaging known to man. Cardboard as hard as rock. And then inside was protective paper and whatnot. That thing was snug, and it's a $15 switch just to turn your Philips Hue smart bulbs on and off, or dim them if you want to do that. Meanwhile, this $800 thing shipped in goddamn paper. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. By the way, the Philips Hues, I like them a lot. I wanted lights. I got the super bright ones because I figured, before I got the super bright ones, I did order the somewhat bright ones, the 1100 lumen ones, but I found when you swapped colors, they weren't quite bright enough. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna return these and get the 1800 or 1600 lumen one. Or is it 1800? I don't remember. But that thing gets so bright, it's like I'm under the sun. It's really nice as a wake-up light. Whenever I go to bed, I set the things up along with my alarm so that half an hour before my alarm rings, they will just gradually get brighter and brighter, and it's like sunrise. It makes me feel so refreshed when I wake up. なんか、フィリップスヒューライトはめっちゃいい。目覚まし時計のためにめっちゃいい。なんか、日が出るみたいだ。めっちゃスッキリしてる、起きてる時に。CPU was a Friday packing job. Switch was a Monday packing job. That's so real. Forgot to tell you, your brother just got a pre-built PC. Bro is going wild at them. Why did he get a pre-built PC? You could have built one for him. He bought a 1440p QD OLED monitor. And he's using that nice-ass monitor to play shit like Crime Scene Simulator. Man, he's wasting that thing, isn't he? You should steal it from him. Oh god, I want one of those OLED monitors. The colors are so nice. OLED monitor 俺めっちゃ欲しい。でも超高い。超高い。10万円ぐらいかも。It's about I don't know, $1,000. Jeez, Jesus. One day I want maybe I'll ask for one of those as my graduation present. I don't know. You want one, but you're waiting till we move. Honestly, if I didn't build this PC, I probably would have gotten one of those. A QD OLED monitor. But then like you gotta be careful. Let's switch back to skeleton. But then you gotta be careful to not let it burn in and whatnot. And I use my PC extensively, a ton. So I have to be careful. But I did make another purchase as well. Listen, this Stream Deck, it ain't got enough buttons. Folks, it ain't got enough buttons. Especially with my 2.0 where I've got toggles out the ass. I find that a lot of the times I just don't use my toggles at all because I have to navigate through so many menus. And so I got the Stream Deck XL. But I did not get it from a retailer. I actually got it used. I was really lucky. I found someone on a Swedish secondhand store. I'm not a secondhand store, a secondhand website where people can just put up their own ads and resell their old electronics. And I found it there from some guy who had bought it. He intended to stream and he stopped after a month because he didn't like it. But he had already bought this thing, so he was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna sell it for like a fraction of the price. The thing costs, I think, 250 euros. He sold for 150. And that's the price of a regular Stream Deck. I thought, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and snag that from him, and then sell my old one for maybe 90 euros, 80 euros or something. Make some of that money back. And look at this, folks. I haven't fully set it up yet. I connected it 2 days ago, but I figured I will just set that up with my new computer as well. But I took a picture. You can see the difference. These buttons here, they're the limit of what the old Stream Deck could, or how many buttons the old Stream Deck had. And then here you have a whole new row of buttons and then more buttons here. This is going to be perfect. Honestly, this might be a little bit too big, but this is quite literally perfect. And it's the new revision too, the new model. That's a little bit better than the old one. I know that for the XL model, there's no official Mark II. They just kind of silently released a better version, but didn't really rebrand it or anything. They just kind of phased out the old SKU or SKU and then phased this new one in. But this is it. It's really nice. And I swear, the monitor is a little bit more high resolution than my little other Stream Deck. But this is great. Very good find. I got it for a steal, and I'm very happy with that. I'll be setting that up as soon as I set up my new computer. As for building my new computer, I don't have any more pictures, I think. Let me go. Let me look. No, I don't. Let's go back. There we go. But as far as the new computer goes, I want to stream building it because I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to see how the process goes. Especially for those who never build their own PCs. Maybe they buy pre-built. Maybe they're too scared to build their own. And I figured it might be a fun little thing. But the issue is, I did not buy a new GPU and I did not buy a new PSU. My power supply unit is good enough to right now to reuse with the new computer. Partly because I didn't get a new GPU because I have a 3080 Ti, and that's plenty good enough, at least until Nvidia releases the 6000 series. How the reflection thing though? I got a plan for that, Chi. I've got a plan for that, Chi. I'll just become a skeleton in real life. I have a skeleton mask. I'll just put that on. But the thing is, I won't be able to use this computer to stream it, so I won't be able to use this microphone and whatnot. And my Surface Pro from 2018 is not quite strong enough for this stuff. What do you use as an audio mixer? It's a Go XLR. I have a Shure SM7B, which is connected to my Go XLR, which is providing the power my microphone needs. I do have my other one though, my Elgato Wave 3, which is also an excellent mic. The best USB mic you can get, folks. If you need a budget mic, that's the one to get. But I have that too. So at least I can use that one if I'm able to stream on my small little laptop. But the issue is, it's not very powerful. I don't even know if it can handle 1080p streaming. I did stream once with it in 720p over in Japan at the hotel. I used the camera on the back and a PNG to stream with it. But I kind of need to figure that out. If push comes to shove, I'll just stream it all through my phone, and you'll have to deal with phone mic audio. which is really not ideal. But then I gotta figure out, okay, how do I mount my goddamn phone to a stand or whatnot? And there's also the issue of this. There's also the issue of it being scorching hot. So, as I said before, we don't have an AC. And we don't have ACs in Sweden. Well, they exist, obviously. You can buy an AC unit, a portable AC unit if you want to, and then get that going. But like, it's gonna be very hot, nonetheless, when I build this thing. So I'm wondering, maybe I should do it 4 a.m. in the morning, like today, when I build this computer during the weekend, or, you know, bite the bullet and just die during the day and die of heat. But I think this time might just be better, just so I can escape the heat. And then, oh man. But before I can even start building it, there's a little bit of a side project, just a private side project that I'm doing right now. I've been working on it. I think I'll be able to finish it by Friday. It's just, you know, practice for 3D and stuff. Nothing I'm going to show off, but practice for 3D and stuff. And I figured it's just going to be less of a pain if I finish that off first before moving everything over to the new computer. Because I'll have to reinstall Windows and whatnot, all my apps and all that stuff. I figured, you know, as long as everything is right here and properly set up, I'll just finish that up real quick and then build my new PC. I'm not dying to build it yet, but once that's finished, I'll be able to try to figure out whatever, how I'll stream that. It's gonna be a wild ride. Every time I build a new PC, I always think, this won't take very long. This is gonna be a quick little thing. But then it takes, what, 5 hours, 6 hours? Because you gotta troubleshoot. Sometimes the PC doesn't boot. And you wonder, wait, what just happened? Why is this thing not booting? What is going on? I'm gonna turn back into human. Well, why is it not turning on? So you gotta check your connections, and then you realize, oh, the I/O cables aren't properly connected. Okay, let me just swap them over. All right, this should be good. And then it still doesn't turn on. But then you realize, it's because I didn't update my BIOS. That maybe the motherboard isn't. Maybe the motherboard needs a BIOS update before it's compatible with my CPU. So then you gotta go do that and whatnot. I do have to do a BIOS update anyway, I think. So I'm gonna try and prepare all of that right before the stream, and then we can, I guess, BIOS update it together. I'll also probably use my TV as my test monitor to see if everything works properly. And then once that works out, you know, then we got our PC. It'll also be my very first time installing an AIO, a water-cooled loop. Not a custom one, but I have this Be Quiet Silent Loop 3 420 millimeters. I got the biggest one, and I'll do a front intake, just because I think that's gonna work out better for me. I mostly did it because of silence. The bigger the AIO and the bigger your fans are, the more silent you can make them spin, while also running or blowing as much air through the thing as possible. Whatever, it's a whole science. I'm not gonna go into it. I really just looked up Gamers Nexus's video about that, and I was like, all right, front mounted AIO it is. And then I can reuse the already pre-installed front-mounted fans as exhaust fans. So it should be cool. It should be cool. I think it'll be a fun project to go through together. And then I'll mess it all up, and I'll destroy $1,000+ worth of equipment, and I'll be sad for about a month. Nah, nothing's gonna break. Nothing's gonna break. But we will. Well, while we do that, we will also disassemble some stuff from my old PC. I'm gonna leave a couple of things inside. I'm not gonna take the old build out of its current case. It's a Fractal Define 7. I'm gonna keep that in there. I'm gonna keep the CPU in there, its cooler in there, its RAM in there, but I am gonna yank out all my storage, all my NVMe drives and whatnot, and stick them into the new ones. Local skeleton tries to assemble a PC, accidentally causes small nuclear blast Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna accidentally turn it on without a heatsink on, and I'm gonna cause the mother of all house fires. Your biggest concern when buying your cooler was, can you put GIFs on it? You know, I've always been someone who doesn't care about how the computer looks inside. For me, I don't really care. I'll get the ugliest things possible, slap that in there, shut it with a clear side panel, and never look inside again. But the Fractal 7, no, not the Fractal 7, the Fractal North XL, it doesn't have any transparent, or not transparent, it doesn't have any fully clear, back panel. There's either a mesh or a glass back panel. And apparently the glass back panel is a little bit more quiet and has slightly better airflow. So I went with that. I don't really care much about the airflow as much as the silence, because with a mesh back panel, more noise can escape from the mesh. So I figured, okay, I'll just go with the glass, even though I don't really care about what it looks. You made a few concessions for your case-on-case, but GPU designs are extremely limited. They really are. Oh, so you got the case-on-case. That one's huge. I know my buddy MiniOC. He's also the admin for the case-on Discord. He also has it, but like he doesn't have a PC inside of it. He just bought the case and put it there as a display unit. Although that may have changed. It was a while ago since he posted that tweet. Let me see. Let me go check his media tab. Minio on Twitter. MiniOC. Which I thought it was so funny. He just bought it because it's a case-on-case that looks really nice. But maybe he actually built a PC and put some stuff in there for now. Oh, actually, listen. I'm gonna be. Oh, he finally assembled it? I'm gonna digress for a second. Aviv! God damn it. Okay, listen. For me, when it comes to Vtuber merch and stuff like this, I also need to like the overall design of the thing. The artwork they use for Case-On, in that case in particular, I'm not the biggest fan of it. So I was like, okay, I don't think I'll get the case. But listen, folks. If it weren't for the shipping, if it weren't for the shipping and the customs I would have to pay on this thing, let alone shipping a goddamn glass case all the way from America to Europe, I totally would have gotten this. Because I really, really like the artwork that's on it. And I really, really like the overall colors, the blue and gold. It's just like me, for real. It would seriously be like a plane ticket. I think I would have gone for this Hoshimashi Suisei PC case. Although nobody would ever, I would never let anyone inside of my apartment if I had this though, because I can't let them see this. I would have gotten this, but considering its cost plus everything, I would have to pay, I don't know what, 500 euros in shipping, because these are expensive, and the damn case is about 250 bucks by itself, or maybe even 300. I'm not sure, but I probably would have gotten this. I'm not gonna lie, probably would have gotten this. I need to really, really like something. Doesn't matter how big of a fan I am of a VTuber. I just need it to be perfect before putting in that much money. In this case, this was perfect, except it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. I'm still scrolling down MiniOC's feed here. He's posting a ton. The height cases are really good. Yeah, the shipping, my god. I'm sure it's not a problem if you ship it domestically within America. I know that MiniOC had to pay out the ass for that case-on one though. I'm still checking. Wow, he actually posts a lot. I'm scrolling down his media tab. There's so much. Ara, it stopped loading. It stopped loading. There's actually so much. Okay, I don't think I have the. We don't have the picture on hand. And I don't see any update to it. I just wanted to see if it had built anything on it. But yeah, but I thought it was really funny. And that man is really devoted, man. He really loves his Oshi. I met him when I was in Japan last year. Yeah, we went to an izakaya. We had some drinks. We had some really good yakiniku. We also went to an arcade together, played some retro arcade games. It was great. And then he was like, "Yo, Apollo, here's some Kson merch on me. I have like 5 duplicates." I was like, "Oh, yo, thank you so much." I got him a box of really fine chocolate, but I feel like didn't quite measure up to what he gave me. Let me see. I feel like it would be easy to make your own with a few stickered decals and time. Yeah, that is true. I would probably print my own gigantic decals. Back to Scully we go. We gotta balance it out, you know. With your shipping luck, it would be one of the container that falls off the boat on the way to Europe. Yeah, it's gonna fall off the container, and then maybe 10 years later they'll be like, "Yo, Apollo, we found something that belongs to you at the bottom of the ocean," and I get a rusty ass case full of barnacles with faded paint. One of your PC stores stocked the Persona 3 and Crony cases? They did? How did the Crony one look now again? Let's look. Oro Crony height. Oh yeah, this was a good one, but I remember not being a fan of the white highlights. I thought if they were dark blue, it would be a little bit better. Let's switch to the scene so we can... Actually, why not just drag and drop? Are? Let me just fetch the image. Yeah, there we go. I remember not liking the highlights. Rather than highlights, the borders, right? On the top and bottom. I was thinking, it's a nice one, but maybe if it was dark blue, or even gold, slightly golden yellow, that would have been a lot nicer in my opinion. You had some dinner with some mods. He was there as well. Yeah, I want to hang out with him again next time I go. You helped someone with some of the US distribution of the flower stand goods too. Ooh. Oh yeah. I contributed. I did not contribute during the Kson fan meeting last year. I contributed to the creator flower stand rather than the fan flower stand. There were 2 of them. Yeah, Nina L and Hyping Monica, they arranged for all the Kson fan VTubers to donate to a flower stand together, and I donated towards that one. I may actually have the picture of that. There were 2 of them, and I figured, well, I donated to that one. I think keeping it that way is pretty much good enough. Let me see. Do I have the image here somewhere? Let's look for it. Oh, there's so many images. I have to be careful because there is one of them with me on it. Can't really show that, senpai. Which screen are we on? There was a trash sun stand as well. He's a legend. He always baits into a Rickroll. Oh god, he's so funny. I saw him in the Hololive Expo. I did not greet him, but I saw him because on his Twitter he posted his cosplay of a Mikopi. He was wearing this really nice Mikopi cosplay, and he was walking around, and I saw that exact cosplay, and I was like, "Hey, there he is! There he is! Where the hell is the flower stand? The picture of the flower stand? I thought I had it here somewhere." Did I not take a picture of this? No, I certainly did take a picture. Where the hell? It might be in another folder. Might be spending too much time on this now, to be honest with you. Definitely go say hi next time. Yeah, I think he will probably go to the next one. I'm trying to aim for going to the next Holo Expo in March next year. So if he's there that time too, then I'll probably greet him. Apparently, Ken Evergreen is gonna try to go as well. So if I could go with him, that would be absolutely awesome. Let me see if I open this. Okay, no, seriously. Okay, yeah, I have a couple of pictures here. I'm on it, and there are some other pictures with a couple of other friends on it, so I'm not gonna show it off. Well, whatever. There were 2 flower stands, but yeah. Let me see. An old height Y420 Amelia Watson bundle. Just need timelines. Wouldn't want to miss it by a few days. Yeah, for sure. If you plan on going too, let's hang out. Definitely go. Oh, I already read that. But yeah. Let's see. There was one thing I wanted to mention as well while we were talking about PC cases. Oh yeah, Death Stranding fractal defined case. I really like this Death Stranding case. I would have bought it in a heartbeat if I was able to, but I wasn't able to do it because I think it was limited to some regions. But this Death Stranding fractal defined 7, oh, it looks so good. It has a clear backplate, which is just the same color of navy that they've got, and it has bridges on it. And I just love this design. I love Death Stranding. I've been playing Death Stranding 2 like almost every day. The annoying thing is I can't stream it because Kojima has put copyrighted music all over it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. But I finally met Pecora in the game. She appears about halfway through the game, and she was one of the most recent delivery people I ran into, and I had the biggest. Let me see. Now let me swap to human. I had the stupidest smile on my face, like this, and I was like this too when I saw Pecora in it. It's actually super surreal. The fact that Pecora is in Death Stranding 2, and she has she's a mandatory, she's mandatory. You will have to meet her in order to progress the story. You have to make a pizza delivery to Pecora, and it's mandatory. You can't avoid it. So everyone sees Pecora and meet her. And then the more you level up her delivery grade or whatever, the more stuff she gives you. Like on level 3, you get her hat, which makes Sam do this.
Pecco.
It just makes him walk around saying Pecco all the time. Pecco. And then when you beat up enemies, he says Otsu Pecco. It's really funny. And when you get her to 4 stars, she gives you her first original song. So you can put that on and just ride around. Actually, I have a video of that too, saved here somewhere. Let me see. I sent it to Ken Evergreen. I sent it from my phone to him. So I actually need to save the damn video to my computer because it's not there. Where is it? Oh, damn it. I scrolled past it. I sure did. Oh, there it is. Let me show you guys. I'm just gonna leave it on for 5 seconds because I'll get copyrighted because it's Pecora's song. Where is it? Where did it go? Yeah, listen to this. Let me just mute my BGM for a second. You can just ride around and listen to her music, which I think is really goddamn funny. Having that on while you're playing such a serious game about a post-apocalyptic world and mankind on the brink of extinction, but then you ride around with Pecora's goddamn music and Pecora's hat while Sam is just saying Pecco all the time. It's so funny. The game looks so good, but you haven't played the first one. Is it on PC? Yes. Death Stranding 1 is on PC and it runs great. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Somehow Kojima made a game about walking around and making deliveries. Some of the most engaging stuff I've ever played. It is so good. I love it. Mamoru Oshii is in it too. I think I've... No, it's someone else that I ran into. Another famous musician, Mamoru Oshii. Oh, I think he's the pizza chef, right? Yeah, I've run into him actually. Yeah, he's a pizza chef. He makes pizza in the game. Yeah, I thought so. I was like, wait a minute, that is actually Mamoru Oshii. I've run into him. He makes pizza in the game. Now you have to imagine Norman Reedus learning about Usada Pecora so he could record Peko Peko Peko. I'm telling you, Kojima made Norman Reedus practice his Peko and Otsu Peko. He says it flawlessly. And one thing I was really worried about going into this, I was thinking, oh man, you know, there's an English and Japanese dub. What if they dubbed Pecora in English, into English? And you can't do that. You can't dub Pecora. There is only one Pecora voice, and that's that. There's no dubbing over that. But I wanna let you guys know, Pecora speaks in Japanese, even if you have the English dub on. It is beautiful. It is Pecora in both dubs. Turns out, if you focus hard on the mechanics, you make a good game. Yeah, for sure. I love how connected you feel to other players, where you see all their structures and whatnot. It makes me want to help as well. Like, even though you don't really get much in return, you can see other players' cargo requests. Say another player needs materials or weapons. You drop them off for them, and those they appear in their world. And even though you don't really get anything back, you get you feel like you just helped someone, right? I think that Kojima did a really good job making or really portraying that feature of the game, where you can be selfless and you'll feel good about it. Wait, selfless? Yeah, selfless. I was thinking, wait, was it selfish? No, it's selfless. Yeah. It would be hilarious to hear her attempt English though. That would be fun. That would be okay. To me, if Pecora voiced herself but did English voice lines, that would have been perfectly fine too. In fact, that would have been super funny, hearing her talk in English, doing her best. She does say a few English lines like, present for you, Peko. And then she gives you the Pecora hat. If you haven't seen it yet and you don't mind the spoilers, there are plenty of clips of Pecora reaching the point in the game where she meets herself and then cringing at herself. It's so funny. She was cringing so hard, saying she's embarrassed hearing herself in the game, especially when she said, present for you, Peko. She was, I think she died for about a fraction of a second there and then came back to life. It was really funny. Their voices what makes them. Yeah, it makes them them. That's why people got so mad when, what's her face? Kizuna Ai. When her voice actress was replaced. You can't do that. Now, luckily, you know, the old voice actress came back and continued voicing her. And it reminds me of when Cover went public as a company. One of the investors, when Russia was let go, one of the investors said, well, why don't you just find a new voice actress for Russia? And then Yago had to, you know, sit down and explain why that does not work in that culture. That the character they portray, it is essentially them. It is them. You know, you can't just swap the voice on that one. It doesn't work. Imagine if Apollo, he just became someone else. You know, it wouldn't be me anymore. Not in my show anymore. Oh, there we go. There we go. Even though I have two different faces, Le Mao, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. But I've been really enjoying Death Stranding. I've been playing a little bit of Deltarune off stream as well. I went through Chapter 2's Weird Route, and now I'm doing Chapter 3. The reason I'm not streaming it is because I've done Chapter 2 Weird Route in the past, the Snowgrave route. So streaming that and faking my reactions, I don't think that would fly. I don't like pretending I haven't played anything, even though I have. So I figured, well, I'm not gonna waste my time on that. I'm just gonna quickly go through that, and then Chapter 3 is legitimately the same thing. There's no difference from the original Pacifist route and the weird Snowgrave route. So I'm gonna do that off stream as well. I'm a little bit halfway through that. So once I finish that, I'm going to stream Snowgrave route Chapter 4, because apparently that is very different from the other route. So that's something to look forward to. Now let me see. American Apollo. Well, I speak in an American accent that's got a hint of a Swedish accent in it. We make money when a new wave releases, so shouldn't we just make a bunch? It's true. Yeah, investors don't really get it. So it made me think of the strategy Niji Sanji is doing, where they release 1 billion waves at once, but I feel like only the waves that were there, that were lucky enough to debut first, are the ones who are really taking off. Meanwhile, a lot of their newer waves, they're not doing so hot. And Yago is really good with that. He really places focus on making the ones that have debuted establish themselves and strengthening them up before they feel ready. All right, they've established themselves. We can go ahead and debut a new wave. I believe they have new Hololive editions. I think for Hololive Japan at least, they advertised that they were going to do a new wave of auditions. So maybe in a year or so, we'll see new Holo JP talent. That's JP though, not Ian. British Apollo voice actor. Hello, my name is... Wait. Hello, my name is Apollo. I am a skeleton. I am very Irish. No, we were gonna cringe at that. We don't need that. We don't need to hear that anymore. Enough of that jibber jabber. But yeah, investors, they're just in it for the money. And honestly, Cover has been... I think the only reason Cover hasn't completely gone to shit is because Yago still holds the majority share. I think he has, 60-70% of the shares, while investors hold the other 30%. And it should stay that way. Honestly, they shouldn't have gone public to begin with. It's never good. There was a while where, the talents were really feeling it, but it seems like Yago is trying to turn that around. If you would just give me a moment, I really have to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Yo, basement dweller, give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'll talk about my weather too. Look at this. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong screen. That's the collab I had the other day. I'm so used. Whenever I switch back from the BRB screen, I'm so used to just clicking my video game tab, a video game scene, that it just that I made a oopsie. It doesn't matter though. It's hot where you at. We go over 37 degrees Celsius, and it's not peak summer heat. Now listen, basement dweller. I don't know what the hell is going on with the Swedish climate at the moment. I talked about this a little bit earlier at the start of the stream, but I live in the subarctic, right a couple of kilometers up north, and I'll be above the Arctic Circle. That is how high up I live. I don't get sunsets where I am. It's always daytime. Yet, why is it 32 degrees Celsius, basement dweller? Why is it so hot? And that wasn't even the peak, that temperature. It was 34 degrees at its peak. Oh my god, sure, Thursday is kind of okay, but then we're going back to the summer heat. And the weirdest thing is, basement dweller, down south where my parents live, where it's usually, so where it is, you know, it's supposed to be hotter, but it's cold there. It's like 20 degrees Celsius. What the fuck is this Celsius? Is that like an orange? Hey, laugh at this American over here. Laugh at this American. Luckily for you, I researched the differences. Listen, 32 degrees is, well, 34 was the peak. So let's convert that. Let's look it up. Celsius. I know that 32 degrees Celsius is 90 Fahrenheit. C to F, but what is 34? 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not built for the heat, folks. I'm built for the cold. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. But, you know, I will say, at the very least, you know, at the very least, it's not humid. We only have 40% humidity, which is, thank God. If it was more humid than that, I would have died. I think in my hometown, let me actually look it up. My sister was complaining that it's very humid down there. My hometown weather, it is, oh my god, they have 100% humidity in my hometown. Oh my god. Well, it's 99%, but I'm rounding it up to 100. Okay, you know, maybe that would have been worse, because humidity like that's the slayer. That's the thing that really kills you. You're in America, but in high school and college, you learn the better system. Oh, hell yeah. Basement dweller. You hearing that, Robot Hips? You should be looking up to this man, basement dweller. He knows Celsius. Meanwhile, you live in the goddamn past with Fahrenheit. Why are you experiencing in Florida weather so far up north? I don't know, man. Maybe it has something to do with that whole global warming thing people are talking about. You know, I think this heat wave, I saw that it's a record breaker this year. But that's also another thing in Japan. They're breaking new heat records every year. I looked up an article, a Wikipedia article. I was really curious about their heat records, and their recent heat records that they keep on breaking were all in the late 2010s and early 2020s. So I'm like, oh boy. And then in Britain too, poor Ken Evergreen is burning alive every single day with weather that goes up to like 35. I think it was 40 at some point. And even there I'm seeing that they're breaking weather records all the time. Oh my god. You also had to learn Kelvin, but most of that knowledge is gone, so you need a converter for that. I know when I was in high school, we had to learn a bit Kelvin as well. For at least, you know, what temperatures reactions would occur in and stuff. You know, but that's gone from my head as well. But Kelvin, hey, Robot Hips, are you hearing this? Kelvin makes more sense than fucking Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is a made-up system, I'm telling you. It's made up. Doesn't make any sense. You refuse. I'm gonna show you heights. I'm gonna show you pictures of heights, robot hips. Celsius will rule them all. Kelvin. Kelvin is good. If you guys were using Kelvin, I would have been like, okay, you know, they keep it scientific. That's good. That's good. At least they didn't. Fucking Fahrenheit one day shows up and he says, yeah, I will arbitrarily decide that 90 degrees Fahrenheit is 32 degrees Celsius. Oh, what is 0 degrees Fahrenheit? Oh, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Americans out there making the weird systems that made worse football. You hear that, robot hips? Your version of football sucks. Well, I don't like soccer either. Or British football. Let me look up pictures of heights. Pictures of heights. Here's a good one. Nah, I'm not gonna show this. It was a picture of a guy standing on the edge of a skyscraper looking down. Sounds like treason to you. Fahrenheit is just based on how you feel. Is 100 because you feel hot. When it's 0, oh man, my balls are freezing off. What is C to F? Let me see. How many degrees Celsius is 0 Fahrenheit? Okay, this doesn't make any sense. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7778 degrees Celsius. We'll explain that one. What is minus 25? Yeah, what a huge difference. And then... yeah, it doesn't scale properly. It's weird. Okay, enough Fahrenheit jibber jabber. Enough of this jibber jabber. We don't need to hear about Celsius versus Fahrenheit. People know. The ones who are based and metric pilled, they know that the imperial system is weird. You're weird. No. You know the weird ones are... wait, I need to research this before I say this, just so I don't make a fool out of myself. Australia... which side of the road does Australia drive on? Ah-ha! Yeah, at least we're not like the Australians who drive on the wrong side of the road. And the Brits. And I suppose Japan too. They also drive on the wrong side. India too? And Southeast Asia? I didn't know that Indonesia did that. No. Listen, I'm scared. I have a driver's license. I've had my driver's license for a long time. But I'd be scared to drive in Japan because that's a whole different side of the road that I gotta drive on. Everything is flipped. And not only that, I'm used to controlling the transmission with my right hand. Now I suddenly gotta do it with my left hand? In that case, just give me an automatic. I will not drive transmission anymore. You know, that's one less headache to worry about. Do you read left to right? So why not drive on the left? Listen, I drive, not drive. I read manga from right to left. That makes sense. You know, that makes more sense. Apollo, America, driving on the wrong side of the road. No. Listen, I'm Swedish. We drive on the right side. America, I think, even though it was the British people who went to America back in the day, I think it was just coincidence. They decided arbitrarily, we're not gonna be like the ones in the homeland. We're gonna drive on this side of the road. But it has nothing to do with anything. I may be putting myself into a logic trap here. So let's stop talking about that. Too much messing around. Too much messing around. One thing I gotta start doing. I have a lot of stuff that I want to sell. As a person who reads both comics and manga, it gets confusing when a person makes a fan comic based on... I know! Basement Dweller, I know, right? It's often... Oh, my wrist. Oh, what happened there? Oh, it cracked really bad when I was readjusting here. I get that feeling too sometimes. Someone on Twitter making a comic based on an anime or something. My brain will read it from right to left because of the art style, but then it's wrong. That happens to me all the time. on Twitter. I think, wait, this doesn't make a lot of sense. And then I realized, oh, I gotta read it as a comic, as a Western comic. It's quite weird. It's quite weird. I gotta say, it gets me every time. But yeah, as I was saying, I gotta sell a lot of my stuff. One of my worries is, how am I gonna sell my old computer, which is going to be without any storage, any GPU, and no PSU. So I think my only choice is just keep it as a backup in case something happens to my new computer. This one maybe dies. Oh well, I guess I'll hook everything up on the old PC and use that until I figure the new one out. Maybe at the very least I can sell the case, because it's a Fractal Defiance 7. It's still in pristine condition. I can probably sell that one. Just take out the components, put them somewhere. And gotta sell my old Stream Deck as well. But also, I want to sell a couple of games. I've noticed games that I don't really particularly feel so strongly about, I don't really care about keeping them physically anymore. There's also a couple of limited editions that I don't really care to have. Back in the day, a couple of years ago, I was kind of obsessed with limited editions. I figured, you know, this game, I'm not that hyped for it, but I still want the limited edition. It looks so good. And now that I have them, a couple of years later, I just don't really feel strong about them at all. And I'm thinking maybe I should just try to sell them. Like, I have fucking Senran Kagura Estival Versus as damn limited edition. I should get rid of that, sell it. I also want to sell my PlayStation Vita. Just never use it. I figured, you know, maybe I'll hack it and I'll play some Japanese games on it, and no. Never happened, and I just don't care. So I'm gonna sell the thing. Yo, send them to me. I'll never send it to you. Never. Just about, yeah, this guy. Let me see. You remember when English manga publishers reversed the manga image so they could make a left to right? Yeah, in Sweden they did that with some copies where they just flipped it, and it looked wrong, and I hated it, and I didn't touch those. You're a hoarder when it comes to games. You only sold games once, and to this day I regret it. To me, it's I know the feeling. When I was a kid, I sold a couple of games, but those were games I really liked. But I wanted money for new games, and I really regretted it. But for example, the games I don't feel very strongly about. Say Final Fantasy 16. I have Final Fantasy 16. Speaking of that, because you just reminded me, Cyber. Just quick story. Cyber really wanted the limited edition of Final Fantasy 16. It's fine if I tell the story, right, Cyber? Before I continue with it, I'll let you confirm. You still have your OLED Vita? Yeah, mine is the LCD Slim Vita. So I don't care about it, really. You still think about your physical copy of Metroid Other M, even though it's bad and you still miss it? Oh man, I would not have missed it at all. God, Metroid Other M pissed me off. Never selling it because of the Vanillaware games. That is true. That is the one thing. The one little thing making me like, oh, should I keep it? Should I not? Because Muramasa Rebirth is incredible. It is so good. But I would have expected them to have ported that over to like PlayStation or something now. Yakuniku, there was a manga on Viz that was doing it by the author's request. Okay, good. So Cyber, a while ago, when Final Fantasy 16 was coming out, he really wanted the limited edition of Final Fantasy 16. But Square Enix does not ship to Australia. So he asked me, he was like, oh, Apollo, listen, I need this and my life depends on it. In fact, I will die if I don't have the super ultra expensive limited edition. And he said, if I send you money, could you order for me and then ship it over? And I said, yeah, sure. Boy, did he pay a pretty penny for the double shipping, you know, getting it shipped to me and then to Australia. But he got it finally, and he was so happy. He was on life support. I think the only downside is, you know, I don't think he cares about the money because he was really passionate about that game. I think the only downside is that, oh wait, Wait a minute. I was about to say it was the only downside is that he didn't get to play it on release, but the motherfucker, he bought it digitally as well. So he still got to play it on release while getting his delayed limited edition. What a guy. He's really devoted to his game. You still have your old Silent Hill 3 PS2 original print game. It is $250 on eBay. God damn. It was a cheap physical copy. Oh, he bought it physically twice, folks. But you know, everyone has that one game they would go above and beyond to get. For me, that was Shin Megami Tensei 4. It came out on 3DS, but the 3DS was region locked, and I live in Europe, and it didn't come out in Europe until a year and a half later. So what I did was order an American 3DS. I didn't have a 3DS at all at the time. An American 3DS, I imported it, and I imported the limited edition of Shin Megami Tensei 4 over to Europe, and it was great. It was amazing. And then later on, I hacked my 3DS to make it region free so I could buy European game too. It all worked out. It all worked out swimmingly. I'm a little bit hesitant, but at the same time, my obsession with collecting physical games has waned down a little bit. But at the same time, it's also... So I have the original version. I have the PS2 original print of Raido Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army. Still sealed. Factory sealed. Because I got it, and I thought... Well, my PS2 is a PAL PS2. It's region locked. I can't really even play it. I just wanted it. And so I emulated the game, and it ran swimmingly, perfectly. And they just released a remake of Raido Kuzunoha, which I do want to stream, by the way. I want to finish Clair Obscur and finish Death Stranding before I get to Raido. But I figured, I thought long and hard about it, because that copy, a factory sealed copy, let's see how much it's worth. Last I checked, it was worth like some $100. Raido Kuzunoha. Soulless Army. PS2. Let me see. Brand new. Never opened. New. Yeah, it's worth about $200. Yeah, 200 buckaroos. So yeah, it's worth $200. I was thinking, should I sell this? Because if I ever want to replay the original, I would just play it on emulator or just play the damn remake. Because the remake is apparently perfect. It's a like a 1-to-1 remake with all the slight quality of life improvements of the second game. So I'm like, am I ever gonna replay the original? And also, I have Persona 3, which is also worth a ton of money. The original copy of Persona 3, it's the PAL version, but it apparently goes for about $100 on eBay, opened. And now with Persona 3 Rebirth, I don't think I'll ever play the original ever again. So I figured maybe I should sell that one too. But I'm considering it. There's a lot of other stuff I want to sell. A couple of figures that I don't really care about. I have two Samus Figmas, one of Other M and one of Metroid Prime 3. The Metroid Prime 3 is really so much better than the Other M one. I only got the Other M one because there didn't really exist another Figma of Samus. So that one I definitely want to sell. There's also another Nendoroid I want to sell of Haruhi Suzumiya. Because quite frankly, it's not a very good good one. Good Nendoroid. So I kind of want to sell that too. And maybe another figure here and there that I don't care about as much anymore as I used to back then. You love your Ultra modded 3DS? Yeah, modding that 3DS was amazing. Remember you were at work and you had to bid war for a Galaxy new 3DS XL. Risked your job and it was worth it. Oh, hell yeah. I really wanted a new 3DS XL because I have the OG XL model, but I never ended up getting the new XL. Maybe next time I'm in Japan, I'll try to pick one of those up because it's still my favorite handheld. You know, speak of handheld, I have my Switch 2. I have a choice to make with my old Switch. Because as it is, my old Switch holds no value anymore. now that I have the Switch too. So it's like, may as well sell it, right? Just sell it, make some of the money back that I spent on the Switch too. But at the same time, it's one of those units that you can hack. It's got the hardware flaw, so no amount of patching can patch it out. I can hack this thing and run homebrew on it. So that is my one hesitation. So I either hack it and use it as for homebrew and whatever. Maybe try to play Japanese copies of games I've already owned that don't support Japanese, and just as Japanese practice. But at the same time, I think I would rather just take the money. I don't really care. Maybe I'll just sell it so that someone else can, enjoy that system rather than let it rot. So yeah, I have a handful of stuff to sell, and I've been putting that off forever, especially when it comes to game. I have, oh my god, like for example, I have these PS6 games PS5 games I want to sell, like Final Fantasy 16. I don't care. I didn't like it. I want to sell God of War Ragnarok. I didn't like the game. I loved the story, but I didn't like the game. I have Judgment 1 and 2 on PS5. I bought those because a PC version of those two games did not exist. But now they do. And I feel like I don't care. I don't want these anymore on PS5 because I prefer playing my games on PC. So I want to sell that too. And they're both still factory sealed. So I want to get rid of that. But, of course, the games I like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I am keeping that forever. Ratchet and Clank, I'll keep that as well. The game wasn't perfect. I still like it enough to keep it. It's just the games I don't feel strong enough for anymore, and they're available on PC. So yeah, I'll just get rid of those. I don't know. Some PS4 games as well that used to only be on PS4, but no longer are exclusive. On top of my head, nothing appears on top of my head. But either way, I don't even know why I got Tekken 7 on PS4. So maybe sell that too. Because I have it on PC. I'll never play the PS4 version ever again. So that we're not going to get a new Ratchet and Clank for another 10 years? Yeah. I think, yeah, Ratchet and Clank for Insomniac is probably just one of those passion projects that they'll do between their big games every now and then. We didn't like Ragnarok, but it was made by the devs for the greatest game ever. The Guy Lord of Renton, DSP. Oh yeah, the fact that they used that guy. Going back to Human. The fact that they used that guy as a play tester or as an example of people not knowing what to do. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like gameplay wise, it was a bit of a step down. I felt like, I don't know, because I really liked the original. Not the original, the 2016 God of War. I thought that I had a blast playing that. But the second game, they have you fight the most boring enemies for the first 10 hours of the game. I just did not like it gameplay wise. I did enjoy the story a lot. I loved the conclusion to Kratos' story. And what they did with that was terrific. It was great. It was the best conclusion they could have given him. But as a game, forget about it. I didn't like it. It was too recipe-like. Oh, my friend talks about this often. When a game plays it so safe that they just design the game through a recipe. They look at this recipe that works. And that recipe is usually markers all over the map. Fucking Marvel tier humor. Atreus, I still hate that little kid. He talks like a Marvel character. Crafting, whatnot. Crafting in a game that doesn't really need crafting. All that fluff you will usually see in a goddamn Ubisoft game. A game that doesn't innovate. That's a recipe game. And it's true. It ticks every goddamn box of what makes AAA games generic. And that's why I don't like so much about it. That's why I didn't like Ghost of Tsushima that much, because it felt like a recipe game. The open world I felt was lacking, although I'll give credit where credit's due. The story was incredible. I was really invested in the story. And the world is one of the most beautifully designed worlds I've ever seen in my life. The art direction is so powerful, but the game bored me to tears. So at some point, I just decided, okay, I'm going to skip all the side content, blast through the story, enjoy the scenery, and call it a day. But I hear the Ghost of Yote is much more different. In the recent gameplay reveal stuff and showcase, they said that they're playing a bigger emphasis on player freedom and whatnot. But I still, considering I got burned by the first game, I will not buy it on release ever. I'll wait a couple of years until it's in the bargain bin, and then I'll try it out, sure. And if it's good, well, amazing. Then I'll probably be excited for the third one, if they ever make a third one. But I just don't like games that play it too safe and don't innovate and just feels like an Assassin's Creed ripoff. Ragnarok is a good game to play once to experience the story and then never again. Hope you're ready for Naughty Dog's new game to be exactly like it. Yeah. I'm not excited for Naughty Dog's new game. I don't like Neil Druckmann's storytelling. I still cannot believe what God. I still cannot believe that he ruined the mystery at the end of Last of Us 1. I'm not gonna go into it in case people here haven't played it, but Jesus Christ, that's like, for those who have seen what do you call, what's the movie, Inception? That's like saying, oh yeah, by the way, at the end of the movie, the spinning top it falls. That's like, it ruins the entire mystique of the entire ending. And fucking Neil Druckmann just goes ahead and says, oh yeah, that. And not to mention, I didn't like his storytelling in the second game. The first game, it was multiple writers. He was the co-director at least. So he wasn't fully in charge. And look at that. You have a good story. You have a good story there. So, yeah, he left the show. I saw. Thank God. He should have left the show. And I don't trust his direction. But that being said, if I'm proven wrong and Intergalactic ends up being a great game, that's good. That's a good thing. Maybe he learned a thing or two from working on the show, maybe working on the second game. If it's good, maybe if the gameplay is good, I want to be proven wrong. I want that game to be good and succeed. But if it's shit, I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. The basket weaving website montage was the best thing about The Last of Us 2, and you eagerly will wait for what Neil has in store for us. Fat Gerald punching that kid was cinema. Dude, fucking Last of Us 2 was memeable as fuck. There were some great jokes coming out of that. Holy moly. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I hated Ellie so much in The Last of Us 2 that I actually like Abby more as a character. Because she grows. She has character development and growth. And learns to let go. Meanwhile, Ellie still remains this hateable, immature character. From beginning to end. Learning nothing. I did not like what Ellie had become in that game. It just became, revenge. I'm getting into it, folks. I'm getting mad all over again. But no game can make me as mad as Final Fantasy 15. That montage spoiled Nier Automata for you? You've seen a ton of people say you should have done Abby's story first. Yeah. Maybe that's what they're gonna do with the chronological version. Oh man. What a state of affairs, folks. What a state of affairs. What a state of affairs. I don't know. Sony? Yeah, Sony's in a weird position. At least, Death Stranding 2 is incredible. I recommend that to anyone. I will say though, Death Stranding is definitely a love or hate game. You either fall in love with it or you don't like it. I've never seen an in-between. So try it out at the very least if you haven't played it. If you love Death Stranding 1, the first game should be super cheap. On PC or PlayStation, you should be able to find a cheap copy here and there. But for those who haven't played it, I wholeheartedly recommend it. It's a very unique story. The second one is incredible. I am having so much fun with it, and I wish I could stream it. I wish I could have shown you guys my reaction to Pekora, but fucking Kojima puts the I said it before too. He puts the world's most copyrighted music in his games. So I don't want to get hit by copyright there. And I'm just a little boy. I'm just a little boy streaming games. I'm a little skelly. And you know what Western copyright companies do? It's a nightmare. You know, when Guns N' Roses appeared in my what was the game called again? The car game where you crash into things. Burnout. I knew, oh boy, my channel is in danger when when that goddamn song played, Guns N' Roses. So I had to mute huge portions of that stream, just getting rid of it. Chronological would be jumping back and forth, which is stupid. Oh yeah, true. Playing as Abby first, huh? That game was cooked from the beginning. They spent a stupid amount of time on it. I wish Naughty Dog would go back to making platformers again. You know, give us a new Jack. Give us a new Jack. You know, Insomniac did a good job with. I'll be honest. Fucking Rift Apart. Rift in Time. Rift Apart. The latest Ratchet and Clank game. It was a little bit buggy, but despite that, it was fun. Maybe make a racing game again. They're gonna make the most beautiful looking fucking racing game of all time, but it has to be a kart racer. It can't be realistic. Make a Jack X2, but they're not gonna do it. They're never gonna do it because I don't know. The team probably feels, oh, we're too mature. We're too mature for games like that these days. As if it's not human to just enjoy something silly for once. I don't know, but I don't think maybe the Naughty Dog we had back then isn't the same as today. Maybe it's gonna be good. Maybe it's gonna be good. Although I'll say, the personality of the main character of Intergalactic, I don't know. She seems too Marvel-y. You get what I'm saying? She feels like a Marvel character with her quips and whatnot. But you know, that's just first impressions. Might just end up being different. She might be better than I expected. Anything? Was that everything I wanted to talk about? My shipping and stuff. I'm still cooking for my 3rd anniversary celebration. If I get everything prepared in time, I do want to do that at the end of this month. Do the third year celebration that I've missed back in June because I was not at home. I'm still cooking a little bit on that. I was stumped for a bit. I didn't just want to do a Totsumachi again, a call-in stream where I have all my friends call in. Maybe scale that down a little bit and focus a little bit more on humor. Maybe invite about 5 or 6 people and then I'll do something about that. But the idea I have in my head, it requires a little bit of prep time. So stay tuned. It'll still happen, obviously. I can't be waiting for too much longer though. I can't have that happen like 3 months after it was supposed to be. So maybe at the end of the month, I'll try to make that a goal. And as for future game streams, we will go back to Deltarune Chapter 4 shortly. Thursday. But we're going to end it soon anyway. But I just need to make my way through Chapter 3's Weird Route, which is literally exactly the same, except 2 lines are different throughout the story. Just make my way through that, and I'll be able to stream that again. As for the next full game we play on stream, that might be... Oh man, Donkey Kong Bonanza is coming out. Might be it. Donkey Kong Bonanza might be the next big stream we play on stream. Yeah, and oh god, my throat is so dry. Hold on, give me a second. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die. Oh god, I better finish talking so I can go get some drink. Actually, I'm gonna get a drink right now. Oh man, that's much better. But yeah, Cyber's right. We need to go back to Expedition 33. I'm gonna do all the side stuff aside from story-related side stuff by myself. So side bosses and whatnot. But I still need to do Mael's side story, Monaco's side story, and Luna's side story. Was there another one? No, Seal didn't get one. I'm thinking. Yeah, those characters' side stories. We're gonna do those on stream, of course, because they're very story relevant. And then the final boss. Of course, we're gonna stream all of that. Yo, thanks for the company before work. You're up. All right, have a good time at work, Draconic. Have a good day. Damn, you're working nighttime, huh? You're working nighttime today, huh? Good luck, bro. Good luck, bro. There's 2 side things you think I should do on stream? Okay, send them. Just tell me. You can tell me exactly where they are. Tell me exactly where they are, and I'll note them down. I hope I haven't done them already. But yeah, that's the thing I'll have to go back to. So, honestly, I might just put... I just did a major story thing in Death Stranding 2, so I might put that game on the back burner for now. And then try to finish off Expedition 33. And then the next full game we're going to play after that is Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is coming out in 2 days. But listen, folks, I'm going to do an experiment for you guys and for myself. I will buy, because Bonanza in Europe is expensive as fuck. Like, I'm talking $90. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to go to Amazon Japan and buy a digital copy for 7,000 yen, which I think is 7,700 yen, which should be around $50. So I'm going to buy it there. And I confirmed one thing too. Mario Kart World, my European copy, digital copy, has Japanese support. If you switch the system language to Japanese, it'll also become Japanese. So my theory is, if I buy a digital Japanese copy of Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'll be able to play it in English for you guys. And if not, well, I know Japanese. It's fine. I can do my best. It'll be a Japanese practice session too. And besides, it's a platform. It's not like it's gonna have the world's most complicated story. So it'll be an experiment. We'll find out together. If I buy a Japanese digital copy, will it come with the English one? And I think it'll be very likely that it has English support as well. So I'll be pre-ordering that after this soon, and we'll play it together on stream. And we'll find out. And if it is the case, then I'll have to let one of my other friends know, because they want to play the game, but they're like, the game is so expensive, maybe not now. And you too, Cyber, you can go buy it on the Japanese Amazon, and then you'll get it for in English. Unless you want the physical copy, then you're shit out of luck. I think that's it. I think that was it, yeah. We'll go back to Deltarune, Expedition 33, and then Bonanza. You got it on Amazon already? Yeah, there you go. Well, never mind. I'll let you know if you wasted your money or not. 99. How much is that in euros? Owed to euro. You motherfucker, you got a discount. 55 euros? Do you know how much they sell it for here? Do you know? Okay, let me show you on a Swedish retailer. So let's go to this site. Donkey Kong Bonanza. My god. It's physically, it's 80 euros. So I was wrong about the 90. Physically, it's 80 euros. And let me tell you how much that is in euros. In Australian dollar. It's 142 Australian dollars. So it's not fair, Cyber. You get it for a better price. Oh, it's not fair. I have to do trickery such as buy a digital copy from Japan so I can get the same price as you. How much is 7,700 yen? Yen to euro. It's 44 euros. Okay, yen to AUD is 79 Australian dollars. So we get a good price, folks. We You get a good price, folks. I'm gonna do it. I really want to play Bonanza. Full price there is just, my God. Oh yeah, you get it. For some reason, Amazon over there discounts the prices. I gotta get in on that. Get in on the Australian prices. Anyway, folks, I think that's good enough for today. We yapped enough. I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. My potato plant is doing good. It's scorching hot in Sweden right now. You know, when I play Death Stranding, when it's when the sun is out and then it's scorching, my TV produces a lot of heat, so it gets really hot in this room. It's hellish, actually. It's really bad. But I have my fan on, and that's kind of saving me. Have a good morning. When's Fortnite? I have only one thing to say to you, Robot Hips. And I'm actually gonna bring out the big guns for this one. Let me see. You ready? You ready? This one goes to you too, Robot Hips.
Fuck off! Fuck off, cringe retard virgin! Cringe retard virgin autism! Fuck off! I'll take your meds!
Alright. And with that being said, folks, I'll see you guys next time on Skeleton TV. Bye-bye. Yo, Etheria, how you doing? We just ending. Have a good morning. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining. So late. You know, I could have just unmuted my microphone here rather than go back to the screen. Oh, whatever. Also, I need to prepare a new ending screen. I completely forgot. There was also another thing I forgot to talk about. All right, are you guys still here? Are you guys still here? There was one thing I forgot about. Oh, you were looking. All right. So hold on. I got some new Skeb artwork back. I hope you guys are still here. Here you go. Look, some new artwork of Human Appalled. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Is it awesome? I love the way this turned out. Let me make it a little bit smaller. Look. I got my Skeb back, folks. It is beautiful. I love the way it turns out. That looks so cute and amazing. I know, right? I mean, this artist went above and beyond with this. And it's full body art. I am going to use this in thumbnails and whatnot from now on. And listen, folks, I have to share this artist with you guys because they charge such a criminally low price. Honestly, they need more support. And you get this quality back. I could not believe that this cost me 1,500 yen. So I'm going to go ahead and share this. So whoever wants to commission something from them, go ahead. Highly recommend it. It takes about 2 months to get your commission back, but for 1,500, and this is the quality you get, this is at least worth like maybe 8,000 yen for this quality you get. Incredible stuff. I know, right? You can find some real treasure on Skeb, I swear. And I felt really bad, you know, for the price I paid and then I got this back. Easily could be charged more. So I'm thinking maybe this person just started out on Skeb. Maybe they're building a nice little portfolio and maybe later on they'll raise their prices, but this is crazy. In fact, I can just have this on as a PNG for days when maybe my PC can't handle having my model on. So I'll just go around like this. I'll be like, yo, I'm Deadman Apollo. Although it's quite funny, one little detail they got wrong. Let me show you. And which I don't mind because it looks good. You see my teeth? I have fangs. I don't have shark teeth. But overall, I think it kind of adds a lot of personality to the image. So whatever. It's fine. I like it a lot with the shark teeth. Maybe, what if I have a shark tooth toggle? Would that look cool? Would that make me look more masculine? Because I look pretty beautiful. I have my bidanshi. Yeah, I really like it too. So maybe we can have a shark teeth toggle on sometime. Yeah, they must have been inspired by fangs. I think there was also one little minor detail. Yeah, my gloves. They're pads, but it's such a minor detail. Let me show you. Because I have those 3 lines on my gloves rather than pads. There we go. Chainsaw Man Apollo. Yeah, it looked like it's Denji's teeth. Where'd the picture go? I gotta move it. Yeah, I think it looks awesome. Oh, good thing I remembered. I only remembered because I went to my folder, my artwork folder here, because I wanted to check something, and then I saw it. I was like, oh god. I do have a couple more Skeb artwork on the way though. I went ahead and splurged a little bit, so look forward to more. Although one of them is really overdue, and I think it's about to expire very soon. So I hope that one doesn't expire at all. I think they had a 2-month expiration. Oh, it's actually 3 months expiration. Okay, so there's still a bit left. But yeah, I have two more Skebs in the works. I commissioned that person, this one plus the other one that's coming up on May 22nd. The third one I commissioned was earlier this month. So we're gonna get some artwork. Anyway, that was the last thing. I don't think I've forgotten anything else. All right, folks. Thank you guys so much for coming. Look forward to my 3rd year anniversary. Look forward to my Clear Obscure and Bonanza. And finally, also, my PC building stream. That one's going to be a little bit scary with the reflections and whatnot. But I think it's going to work out well. All right, folks. See you later. Bye-bye. For sure, for real this time.